Let me know if the screen is visible by anyone. Is it fine? Everyone can see my screen? Okay. So yesterday I just prepared a particular demonstration for installing MySQL. Hopefully you have checked it and you have also installed at your machine. So today onwards we'll be going ahead with SQL. That is a structured query language. So on the RDBMS, that means relational database, we'll be creating the tables in MySQL server. And on top of the tables, we can do various operation. Okay. So everything should be done by this language that is called structured query language, same is SQL or SQL, anything you want to pronounce in any way. Okay, and this is very much important and the basic learning blocks for each of the data engineer. So, and it's not very complex as well. It's very simple. Once you are, you can check it and you can also just have a quick hands-on at your side, at your software. Then it should be, a quick and a quickly learning experience at your side as well. Okay, so let me maximize the screen. Okay, so structured query language actually, if we can segregate the things, can segregate all the commands in 5 way. Okay, so the first one is called DDL. DDL is totally representing about the table create or anything about the table structure, structural changes. So as we can see inside DDL, we have create statement, drop statement, alter, truncate. So as for the naming convention, create means it will be creating the table. Drop means it will be dropping the table. That means deleting the table. Okay. Alter. Alter is, if we if already created the table, after that we found the requirement, something is modified. Suppose we need to drop some column or we have to modify some existing column. We need to add some column. We need to add some primary key constraint in the table. So this kind of stuffs we can go ahead with alter statement. Truncate table. Truncate means the table structure would be same. There'll be no change in the table structure. Actually, table columns or everything should be present. If we just go ahead with truncate statement, all the rows will be dropped from that table. Okay. And for DML, this is data related changes. So if we just want to insert any data, the table structure is already present there. If we want to insert data, the insert command is there. Update data, the existing data we want to update, then we can use the update command there. Delete command is there for particular records or all records to be deleted. We can use delete command. Okay. And apart from that, there is DCL, TCL, DQL, those kind of stuffs are there. We can gradually just go ahead with that stuff. Today, I planned for going ahead with DDL and DML statement execution so that we can create some table and as well as we can also go ahead with hands-on part. Okay. So we can create the table, we can go ahead with some alteration command, we can drop the table. So this kind of stuff we can quickly do. And the DML's part is, we can create a table and after that we can, push some records there. We can update the records accordingly. Let's see. Let's see the things one by one. And if there is any doubt or any stuck point, you can also do at your side, but not right now. You can learn quickly today. After the session is over, if you have some time, you can just quickly go through each of the single command at your side. So the thing would be quickly, you can quickly learn things at your side as well. If anyone, I think you must have, someone of you might have the awareness on that particular SQL topics. If someone doesn't have, then you can quickly go through this thing one by one. Okay. Going to the next slide. Okay. The DDL statement that is called data definition language. I just mentioned the thing. Create statement is there for creating a table, alter a table, truncate a table, drop a table. Truncate means the table structure is there. We can truncate all the rows, all the records. Okay. But drop the table, if we just use drop command, it should entirely delete the table structure. You cannot find the table anymore at the database. So this is the difference between truncate and drop. Okay. So I'll be going ahead with the data definition language hands-on at the software side, MySQL. So before going ahead with that one, this is very important concept, the data type. Okay. Data type means actually we can, if we have some programming language on C, C++, Java, anything a bit, then I think we are aware what data type is. So in table structure, a particular column should be holding which kind of data. That is called the data type. Whether it should be an integer data type, whether it should be floating, I mean decimal point data type, that should be in float. If this is character format or string format, if the column stores that kind of format, we need to use varchar data type. Okay. Apart from that, we have date data type. So if we just want to mention any date in any particular column, then we need to use date data type. In particular, those data type, integer and date, should be having a fixed data type. I mean fixed data length. So for declaring anything to integer, float, date, we can if you do not use any kind of length, data length, by default it will be taking the integer maximum length. Okay. The date should be having a data length. It's a fixed one. No need to manipulate. If we just going to manipulate, it should throw an error. But for varchar, how much long the string should be for a particular column. So that we need to define. That is called the column length. Okay. This kind of stuffs I'll be coming while doing the hands-on, as well as the constraint stuff. What is constraint? So just going ahead with the hands-on part in MySQL, opening MySQL server. So if there is any doubt or any stuck point, you can quickly stop me and ask me questions. Okay. Till now, if there is any doubt. Okay, hopefully no. So I'm logging into MySQL Workbench, the same software that we just checked yesterday. Okay. So our default schema is this schema. Okay, for learning purpose, I already create the table. Let me drop the table. Drop table. We have only one table. You can see, and inside tables, there is a table that is called student. I'm just dropping the table. I'll be creating it again. STUDNT.
1 minute, Optic. Can you please first execute truncate and then after execute row?
Yeah, I'll be showing everything. Let me dropping everything for the phrase or the
Okay.
phrase data. Okay, I'll be truncating everything. So just to show you, there is nothing as of now. It's a phrase database and new database is there. No, nothing is there. I'm refreshing it. In the schema in table, there's no drop down. So no, nothing is there. So first of all, I'm creating a table, the same table called student with some attribute. Okay. I think it's Dipti, correct? Okay, Dipti, I'll be going ahead with truncate drop again
Yes.
after creation of the table. Just I'm going ahead with one by one, create, alter, then truncate, drop, everything. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. So the statement should be, if you are quite new for SQL language, the create statement. We are creating a table, a newly table. So that's the keyword create should be used. Create, then another keyword table. Create table, table name. Which table name we want to create? So that thing needs to be put. That is user defined. Okay. Then open brace, close brace. Inside that, we need to declare the columnar structure of that table. So for the student, which kind of thing we can just use? Just like student roll number, a student class. Student. Let me put only class. Class should be integer data type. Okay. So no need to put any size there as we are using integer. Just put comma if we are going to put any other column name. Class integer, then we can put roll number. roll number. We cannot put space for a particular column name. Okay. If we are putting space, then use double inverted comma. If we then otherwise it will throw an error. Okay, this is not a way to declare the thing. So it should be in a single single string, not multiple string. So put this thing. Otherwise, if you are just going to declare the thing over here, then use that's kind of inverted comma. But that thing I'll be coming later in later chapter. How to go ahead with updating this kind of stuffs and all. But as of now, just use the simplest way. Roll number, it should be also in integer format. Then what we can use, student name, just like with student first name, student or first name only. First name should be always varchar format. So let's declare it varchar 20. Okay, the size should be declared after the data type, another open brace and close brace. Inside that, declare the size. Size maybe, what should be the length? Suppose anyone's name, just like Deepti. If I want to accommodate your name in the first name, D should be taking one character, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 should be there, but we need to be cautious with some buffer length so that if a day I get some new record from the source system, we want to push it at the target. This is called, we can use this thing as a target database, but our target database is less length. Then if our job runs and it is going to insert that record in that particular table, it will throw an error because the size is not too much to accommodate that particular name. So in project scenarios, this kind of failure we can get. That's why we need to we need to put a proper length or as per our estimation or anything. Maybe that time we can get, suppose we are using a pharmaceutical company. We are working in a pharmaceutical company. We have to create a table on top of medicine. So which there we need to take a particular column that is medicine composition. What kind of composition particular medicine is using? So chemical composition, I'm trying to say. There we need to, get lots of big string there, just like 500, 200, this kind of character length we need to put. So that is based on what should be the character length based on an estimation, and that should be maintained. Okay. Last name, I'm taking last name, where 20 as well. Anything we can put last name. Okay. Just we can create, okay, this thing as of now. So the last column is this. No need to put comma there. Just let me create this table. Okay, let me take a date data type as well. Student date of birth, DOB. DOB should be date data type. Okay, so date, you can see the particular data type thing has been highlighted with blue color. Okay, for date as well, no need to put any size because the date data type for date, it's a default one. The date value in MySQL, the default date value should be just like YYYY DD. Okay, if we just want to push anything, just like this way, 27th now 1990, this kind of stuffs, or 27 now any date. If we just put which is not maintaining this format, it should be recognized as a string. It should be throwing an error. Okay, it is also a date, but over here in MySQL, the default date format is this. If we enter in this format only, then only it will be counting as a date data type. Otherwise, any other date data type or date format, it should be taking as a convention of string. If I just going to enter this one at this DOB, then it will be throwing an error. I'm going to execute this thing. Okay, so no error thrown. If I going to get any error, it should be coming in this place. Actually, this is a particular way we can check our log. So as of now, no error is there. Let me refresh the button over here, and I think yeah, we receive student data, student table. Okay, if we click on there, we can get the column name, class, roll number, first name, last name, date of birth, the same thing. And we can check the table in this way. Select. This is actually DQL. I'll be covering this thing later tomorrow. But just to show you, select star from table name. That is the way to check the table data along with the table. Oh, sorry, it's not table. The table name itself. The table name is student. Okay, you can find class, roll number, first name, last name, date of birth. So this kind of column has been generated, but there is no such records. Okay, so the table has been generated successfully, but having no records. We need to implement some records over here. Before that, I'll be just going ahead with introduce you alter statement. If we want to drop any particular column, uh, suppose which column we can drop over here, last name. Let me drop last name or date of birth. Simply date of birth I can delete. Then we can use alter statement. Alter same table keyword table name student. Okay. What we are going to do? Add. Okay. Let drop some column. Drop dov. Let me execute this thing. Can get drop has been removed. Okay. Similar way we can add it. Add a new column. I'm adding it again. So while adding it, then we need to mention which data type I'll be adding the column. Okay. Alter table, table name, add column name, column data type. Okay, I think it's been executed. Yeah, DOB date has been introduced. We can modify anything, modify some existing column. We can rename some column name over here. So this kind of any kind of table related changes, table column related changes we can do from this thing. Just like we want to update this particular first name, we want to update the size over here from 20 to 40. Okay. So we can use modify or alter any keyword we can push over here. Alter table name, modify or alter any keyword, then update which thing you want to update. First name, varchar. Let's put 40. Which thing you want to update? Just okay. Refresh it. Yeah, it has been updated to 40. So this way we can update everything related to column structure or table structure, we can rather say. That I mean we can use for alter statement. Any doubt till now from anyone? Okay, hopefully no. Next, okay, truncate. I'll be truncating letters. As of now, we do not have any records. I still did not push any records there. Let me also put select command. I'm executing it. The output is this, no such record. Let me put some records inside the table. So when I'm putting some record there, I need to use DML. That is called data manipulation language. That is there, I think, in the next slide. Yes. Not this one. That is DML, data manipulation language. What thing we can use? Insert, update, and delete statement. Okay. So what insert is going to be do? I'm going to do over here. Insert will be inserting new records. Update we will be updating some existing records, and delete we will be deleting the existing records. Let me insert accordingly. What are the insert? Okay, what is the keyword? Insert into table name. Here we are not using table keyword anymore. Insert into table name. Then we can put values. Okay, so we can follow the same way. We have the class at the first column. So put class 4, roll number. Roll number should be suppose 1, the first boy. First name. Okay, the varchar data type we should have to use single inverted comma, and then we need to put the thing. Suppose Rajesh. Rajesh. Let me put R in caps. Kumar as the last name. And date of birth, we need to put in this way. Then inverted comma, let me put 20, 2015, uh, April, yeah, sorry. Okay. I'm just doing in same order. So insert into table. We need to maintain the column order over here. Class, roll number, first name, last name, date of birth. Class, the same thing. Class, roll number, first name, last name, date of birth. In the same columnar manner. Okay. Okay. The thing has been inserted successfully. As we did not get any error log, let me select again student. Okay. We can see the data has been successfully inserted over here. We can also insert in this way for particular, suppose we need to insert for particular columns only. Okay. Then we can just have to put, suppose class and roll number, class, roll number, or which order we want to push. We can also mention the same thing over here. First name. Only this kind of thing we will be pushing. Suppose it, okay, 3, 8, use, you can put use there. Or I can eliminate the other thing. So I'm inserting only these 3. Class, roll number, first name. Okay, it has been inserted successfully. So let me just select the table once more. You can see the second record has been inserted. 38 Piyush, but last time and date of birth I haven't inserted it. So that's why it's been null. It's a null value over here. Okay, null means there is no record. Okay. One more important thing while doing the SQL query, SQL language is case, it's not a case sensitive, it's case insensitive. So over here, just like the same thing, if we just put select in caps, capital format, or just like SELE, anything, this kind of stuff, it will not throw an error. Just like Java, Python, it is case sensitive. But in SQL, the particular keyword thing, we can put any, lowercase or any combination of lowercase, uppercase, this kind of stuffs. It will not throw an error because this is a case sensitive, case insensitive language. Okay. Okay. Till now, for inserting the records, there is any doubt from your side? Anything? Okay. Hopefully no. Now I'm going to update. Okay. update the records. Whatever record is existed, I need to update the thing. Let me use the update command there. Update, then table name. Need to use set keyword. So which particular column I want to update? Suppose this one, the last name for Piyush. Set last name equal Sharma. Sharma. Okay. And if we just execute that one, then it will update all the last name as Sharma. We need to put a filter there where first name equal Piyush. Only it will update the last name equal to Sharma in this cell where the first name equal Piyush. Okay. So that, I mean, if we just executing any update statement, we need to be cautious to use the where clause. Otherwise, it will update all the column. I mean, all the records for that particular column. Okay. The same thing is for delete as well. I'll be coming to the delete later. Okay. I have inserted the thing. Let me check the table again. Can check Sharma has been updated. Over here. Okay. Let me go to delete statement. Okay. Delete keyword should be there. Delete from table. Okay. Table name, not table keyword. So which particular record you want to delete? Where, let me put the same thing. Where the first name equal Piyush. I'll be deleting the second records over here. If I just going to execute it, it will do the same thing. Let me check the table once more. Can check the second record has been deleted. Another important thing, if we just do not put any where clause over here, then it will delete the entire table. It should be working as the same thing, truncate table. Okay. If I just eliminate this thing, we only have one row. There will be no issue. So it's deleted everything. Okay, there is no data. Let me input something over here so that we have at least one record. I executed this thing. Let me execute this thing again to select the table. Yeah, we have record there. Now I can execute the truncate. The truncate and drop is still left to cover today. Truncate should do the same thing if we do not put any where clause at the delete statement. It will delete everything from the particular table. Truncate table. Truncate is the DDL one. So we need to use table keyword. Truncate table name. The table has been truncated. Let me check the table once. Okay, there is no such records available over here. And let me drop the table again. So, Dipti, that was your question. Truncating thing, we can eliminate all the rows. And if we put drop statement, Okay, we can see no table is there. If we run the select statement, it will throw an error. Error log is there. In that particular schema doesn't exist. Okay, it is showing in this way.
Okay. For updating the value, if we have duplicate records like two PUs, then both the rows the value get updated.
Correct. If we have two views, then we need to choose any other column as well. Okay, let me show an example. So let me create the table once more. Yeah, your concept is correct. For based on the filter criteria, if we have two views, then both of the records should be updated. But if we want to choose only one record, we need to check any other columns. Okay, so we can put two or three clauses inside where statement. You can put Piyush as well as where first name equal Piyush and the class. We can choose the roll number as well to get the distinct one. Okay. If there is no such scenario, it's totally duplicate. Then we need to eliminate one of the duplicate records or duplicate both of the records and insert only one record. So there is a fault while pushing the records at the table side. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, just created the table. Okay, as of now, if anything is left, let me check. No, we covered everything on the short manner. But if there is any doubt till whatever you have just learned till now. Okay, I hope no. One thing I just missed that is called constraint. Very much important topic over here. Constraint. So while learning the data type part, there's the option constraint. Okay, constraint means which if we want to push or impose any constraint on that particular column. Constraint means that particular column may be a primary key for that table, or that kind of thing is unique in nature. So this kind of constraint we need to put for that column. Maybe that column is not null in nature. So that particular column should always contain a particular data. So not null is a constraint. So this kind of constraint we can impose on top of table. Let me show you for an example. I'm dropping the tables once more. Okay, we can check the thing. This kind of table, if we just select the table, I think I have just created a table, correct? Yeah, the table is already existed. That's why it's throw an error. Fine. Student. Over here, we cannot see the constraint name. Let me just put right click. Send to SQL editor. Create statement. I'm pushing the create statement there. Okay, I received this kind of command. So if I want to check the DDL of an existing table, we can check it in this way. Over here, by default, the constraint should be coming with null because the class should be null. If we are not inserting any record for class, there will be no error. All the records, I did not mention any constraint. That's why everything can be nullable. Okay. This is a default one. InnoDB is the engine name for MySQL database. That's why. Let me do something. Let me drop the table once more and create the table. It's there. Let me delete this thing. Let me drop the table. I'm creating the table another way in this way. Let me put class equal not null. Default keyword we can remove. No need to worry about that one. Roll number I'm also putting not null. If I just going to run it, then the particular thing has not null constraint. Okay, you can check it in this way. Student, the same thing. Send to SQL editor, create statement. Okay, it's already there. That's it. Not null, not null. Okay. So the other thing is null. So if I just going to insert some record, I mean, which does not have any class and roll number, it will throw an error because each of the record must have class and roll number. Maybe the record should not have the first name, last name, but it cannot be empty for class name and roll number. So this is a constraint. Not null is a constraint. Similarly, you can add primary key. Let me delete this thing. Let me drop the table again for you for the learning as a new way. Class, I'm putting integer, primary key. Okay. So class is the primary key. I'm putting in this way. And roll number is the not null. I'm running this thing. It has been executed. Let this thing, I think you can check over here. Yeah. Primary key, it will be showing over here. Class integer pk. Pk is primary key and class is, you can see it's a bold word. It's been highlighted. So primary key, this kind of constraint we can also declare from the DDL. And we can also, I mean, alter the thing as well. Alter command, we can use any constraint addition, modification, any constraint, this kind of stuff. Okay. So this is called constraint for a particular table. Okay. So that's all as of now for today's session. The DDL and DML we just covered. So tomorrow I plan to cover DQL. This is a big stuff. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow it should take this kind of stuff. So all the SQL function and everything. Just a question. So any doubt? Whatever we just learned for DDL and DML for anyone?
How many types of constraints do we have? Primary key, foreign key, not null, default null. Only these?
Default null is not a, I mean, it's a constant obviously, but if we does not declare anything, do not declare anything, by default, it should be coming with null. It can be nullable, but we want to impose anything, it should be not null, then it should be not null. We can impose foreign key as well. For a table, we want to use foreign key. It should be foreign key. So this kind of constraint is there.
Yeah, only four constraints do we have.
Foreign key, not null, unique. There are 6 to 7. You can quickly check it over here. It's a Google site.
Okay.
MySQL. It's also based on particular databases as well. Table constraint. Constant. Yeah. Those are the important ones. The 5 I just told. Can quickly check if there is any other constraint. Okay. Yeah. Not null, unique. The particular column data cannot be duplicated. Okay. Primary key. Foreign key. Check. Those are not much important as we have seen. A default is also there. Create index. Yeah, the indexing thing we are talking about yesterday. Index we cannot, I mean, that particular thing is not shown over here, but it's one of the keyword that we can use on top of the table. Creating index. Index part, I'll be coming later. It's one of the important topic while covering up the select part. And then I'll be coming with the partitioning as well as indexing while doing the Windows function kind of steps. But those are the basic particular constraint which are having for MySQL. Okay. Okay, any doubt? Any other doubt from anyone's? Okay, hopefully no. So that's all for today's session. I'll be requesting everyone to quickly try the same thing, the same hands-on kind of stuffs at your side. If you are stuck or if you are getting any issue, just check the log. A log should be generated at the below. If the failure or anything, if the error message is there, a log should be populated over here at the below. You can understand from the log, but if you aren't, then we can quickly discuss tomorrow this kind of scenario. Okay. But just go ahead with trying the same thing at your side. Otherwise, it would be hard for learning. So that's all for today. Let's connect tomorrow.
Subject, do you have
Yeah.
any curriculum, like what are the topics and what day do we have, like
For
any
SQL, actually, yeah, I have that one not ready for today. Actually, some modification we have done for this kind of courses this season. So as of now, we are going to cover 4 to 5 more days for SQL part. Okay, for select query, there may be particular functions we will be checking, as well as we can go at some store procedures and all. So 4 to 5 more days for select query. I mean, for the SQL languages, and after that we can cover up Python for the data, for the basic as well as the data engineer perspective. We can cover Python, some libraries function. I mean, libraries packages just like pandas, NumPy. I mean, that should be also 5 to 6 more days. Then some days for big data, and the last few classes should be on code-based repository that is called Git. Okay, there is also cloud computing lectures for some days, maybe 1 week or maybe 3 to 4 days. So these are the entire thing we'll be covering in this session. Okay, but the exact date and everything I need to prepare. Maybe in few days I'll be presenting it to you if it is required.
okay, Satish.
Okay, then that's all for today. Let's connect tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.